Hey, Wei Leng. Hey, hi. I just came across this Penang STEM Talent Blueprint, and I know that you are one of the key persons that's actually quite vital in developing this blueprint. So I'm just curious. Can you tell me what's the objective behind this blueprint? Like, why was it developed in the first place?
Well, this blueprint is very important because the objective of this blueprint is for us to assess that what's the current needs of in terms of talent requirements. And also we also want to know about how can we develop a talent pipeline that is ready for the industry. So that's the reason why we think for Penang and also I think for Malaysia as a whole, we need a talent blueprint, a STEM talent blueprint that can fulfill the needs of the industries.
Oh, interesting. I would love to know more about it. Shall we go sit down and have a short chat?
Sure, Pei Jung, let's go.
Well, like, I'm sure that there are lots of factors that you need to think about and you need to consider when building this blueprint. So actually, one of my key things that I have in mind to ask you is that what are the challenges for Penang Step Pipeline? So what are the challenges that actually make the team want to step up and then do this blueprint?
In Penang, right, the STEM pipeline is particularly important to Penang. That's because of our semiconductor industries. Yeah, we made up like at least 30% of the semiconductor exports in the country. That's so important, and for the investment itself, the approved manufacturing investments every year, almost every for the last 5 years, we are the top in the Malaysia. So that means the interest of the investors in semiconductor industries, I would say in E&E in general, is very popular.
Yeah, especially E&D is our strongest sector.
Right. So the main challenges that I think maybe not only Penang face, but also the rest of the countries also face the same problem with the reductions in the STEM intakes, right? The enrollments in STEM educations at the secondary levels is also coming down universal. So the STEM enrollments in Penang's public secondary schools, right, Form 4 and Form 5, we noticed that there is a big, huge drop in the enrollments. From 2013 to from 2013 to 2023, that's a drop of 8.2% in the enrollments. If you compare it to Malaysia as a whole, it was 9.4%. If you look at the tertiary education, we do not have specifically for engineering's graduates, the data for engineering graduates. But then what we can see from the intake of the manufacturing, engineering, and construction, we can see that there is also a drop.
I see. That's quite concerning looking at all the numbers, and especially we are now in the age where technology and STEM is so important. So the other thing that I saw that's interesting is, and I hope that you would tell me more about it, is the STEM talent pipeline in the STEM blueprint. So can you maybe say a little bit more about?
Yeah, maybe perhaps I would say something about the vision of this blueprint first. So the vision for this blueprint is to build a sustainable and highly skilled workforce, STEM workforce, for the evolving technological landscape. That's very important because we have to ensure that our talent pipelines are are, are ready to feed the industries, right? To do that, we also have a set of missions. We follow 12 principles. The 12 principles means that means that we need to transform the education system. We need to hire internationally and globally, internationally, and we also need to R is for retaining. We need to have a plan to retain our workforce. I is for invest. To do that, we need to invest in our R&D. We need to invest in our educations, in the right way. I mean, in the right way. And also, for we need to create the value. You know, for if you want to attract talents to work in Malaysia, and on Penang, we need to create the values of the jobs and also the opportunities. And then E. E is more important, most important one, which is we need to have an enable framework from the government that is open and that is ready to accept the new changes new changes required by the industries.
So, as maybe a final thing that I want to ask you about, what are your aspirations for the Penang STEM Talent Blueprint? What do you wish to see happen the most?
So the blueprint has a number of strategies and enablers. We also suggested that there are actions that need to be taken by not only the state government but also the support from the federal government. What I wish to see is that if you are very serious in focusing on the developing the semiconductor industries, we should have a set of the guidelines and also the fundings that it's for talent development in focusing on semiconductor industry. As we all know that we have the national semiconductor strategy. However, the talent side of the equation is not being released yet. How are we able to train up to 60,000 engineers by I think by 2030? That's the important things I see.
Great. Thank you so much for going through this with me. I really hope that this Penang STEM Talent Blueprint will make an impact on both Penang and Malaysia.
Thank you.